As we all know, our great Republic of Ireland is in a terrible state. But one day into the new year, 2 days actually, sorry, we should fight for our people. All our people. Every last one of our people. Not one man, not one woman, not one child left behind. Because this is Ireland's second revolution. This is Ireland's chance to show Europe, to show the world that we are a powerful republic. We will build our republic. We will clean our republic. Any people who are homeless in Dublin, we will make sure we make it a top priority to get houses for them. We will not let another man or another child die on our streets. We will never, ever let another man or another child die on our streets of our capital, where men, women, fought and died in the War of Independence, in the Easter Rising, during the famine. We are living in the 24th century. The famine was a great catastrophe. But now, we have the chance. We have the resources. We have our people's spirit to stand up to our government and to say, this is against human rights. This is against every constitution in our republic. This is against everything our republic stands for. This is against everything our men and women of 1916 and the War of Independence died for. And the Civil War. Every man and every woman who died during them conflicts didn't die for our people to die on our streets. To starve in their houses, to starve their kids because they haven't got enough money. And they didn't die to see our island be dirty, with litter lying everywhere. They dreamed of a republic, of equality, of everybody who has the right to live on this island in peace and tranquility. Together, all of us, all 4 million of us, have a responsibility to say to our government, enough is enough. We are a people who pay the government to look after us. And if you do not look after us, we will look after you. And what I mean by that is, Ireland will have enough of its government and ask that there be a new government put in place. A government, as Abraham Lincoln said in America, for the people and by the people. That's elected in by the people. A country that will have a people's parliament. A people's government. A government who stands against corruption. Who stands against criminals who threaten our republic. Our rights of freedom. Terrorists who come from God knows where to terrorize our people, to bring fear to our land. I can tell everybody on this island that we have enough of it. For the last 800 years, we dealt with British terrorists. Because it's Ireland's chance. Because if we do not fix our island, our grandchildren, my children, will have to live in our republic, which we made a mess of, if we don't pick up our axe and get to work on mending our great republic, on which so many men, including the great Michael Collins, died for. Let's remember his spirit and his will for freedom and justice, to fight and to use our voices on which we were given to fight for our freedom in which it says in the proclamation of the Irish Republic to fight for her freedom. Now, Ireland in the 21st century is not bad as some countries, but we will make it the best country in Europe. If it kills every one of us, we have to stand together as one people, as one nation, as one soul, because together we are powerful than anybody on this planet. Because when the dust settles and the sea lowers, there's a birth of a new nation. And what I mean by that is, if we clean our oceans, our people will be happy. If we do anything, our people will be happy. If we lower the corporate tax rate down, our people will be dead happy. Evicting people from their houses, like during the famine, the British done. That's not what James Connolly, Thomas Clark and Countess Maltravix went out on Easter Sunday into the GPO, into all the places, all the popular places in Dublin to declare a republic. They didn't go in there for people now to get evicted in their houses. They didn't die for that. And we are not going to die for that. We are not going to lie in our deathbeds with sickness and die seeing people get evicted from their houses. Children crying, saying, I have nowhere to sleep. Because that's heartbreaking. And old people who live in this country for generations, people are 90, 80, 100, going into hospitals, expecting to have a room, a bed at least, to lie on, but being kicked onto trolleys. No, not anymore. Because this is Ireland's chance. We have one chance. We have one chance only. And that's to stand together. Because there's nothing powerful than us. Because our people is stronger than a sword. Our people is stronger than a gun. Because if you have the people, you have everything. If everybody in this island takes up their shoes and says, enough is enough, we want our change. We have enough of people dying, people suffering, honest, good working people in this island. There's only 4 million of us on this republic, on which we dream and hope will be great. And I pray and I hope and I dream of a republic that will be so beautiful. Thank you very much.